When most people think of calisthenics, they think of push-ups, pull-ups, and the sit-ups. And don't get me wrong, these exercises are solid, but if that's all you ever do, then the workout's gonna get boring, and worse yet, you're gonna hit a plateau. So today, I'm going to say 7 underrated calisthenics exercises that you probably don't do. And they're all S tier, which is gonna help you build muscle and strength whilst taking your skills to the next level. And stay tuned to the end because I have a bonus exercise that didn't make the list, but it's one of my favorites. So first, we're gonna start with something simple, but if you do it right, it's gonna humble you fast. This is the hollow body hold, and it's one of the best core exercises almost no one does. It's a really good foundational core movement that teaches you how to control your entire body as one unit. You'll see elite gymnasts and high-level calisthenics athletes use this all the time, and for a good reason. It helps you train your core for the exercise like the pull-ups, planche, and the front lever, but more importantly, this exercise mimics the handstand position that you need to do to get a clean form. So by doing the hollow body hold, you'll be able to hold a handstand in a straight line rather than the banana curve that you see that's very common. Also, one of the biggest problems that people have whilst doing the leg raises or the pull-ups is that they lose the tension in their core. This exercise fixes that. Now, there are different progressions that you can do to the hollow body hold. If you're a beginner, start off with tuck hold, then progress to one leg extended, and finally the full hollow body hold. And if you want a bigger challenge, then try the hollow body rocks. So one quick tip here is to posteriorly tilt your pelvis and make sure your entire lower back is pressed flat against the ground. This means your abs will be fully engaged. And moving on to exercise number 2, and this is super underrated, it's the bodyweight tricep extension. It's pretty much a bodyweight version of a skull crusher or overhead tricep extension. It targets the long end of your triceps in a way that push-ups and dips just don't. And if your arms are lagging, then this is a great addition to your upper body days. Now, there are progressions to this exercise. As the general rule is, as the elevated bar gets lower and lower, harder it gets and more it engages your triceps. And when you get the bar parallel to the ground, this really becomes S tier as you really fire up the triceps. And in my opinion, this is the best tricep body exercise you can do because it solely isolates the triceps, unlike the diamond push-ups or the Russian dips. And whilst in this movement, what I want you to do is to focus, letting the elbows drive forward, because this isn't a push-up, it's a tricep extension. So keep your core tight and body straight. Now moving on to exercise number 3, which is the Pseudo planche push-ups. This is a great variation to the standard push-up as it works your shoulder and teaches you to push your scapular plane up. And if you are looking to learn the full planche or the shadow planche, this exercise is a basic foundation. As by leaning forward, you shift more of the load on your shoulders, which is the exact movement pattern that you need for the planche progressions. You can either do this on the hand, dumbbell, or the parallettes. I personally recommend using the parallettes or the dumbbell, as on the hand, by leaning, it puts a lot of pressure on your wrist, which can lead to wrist pains and injuries. So the progressions you can do is the lean holds, then the knee variations, then the full Pseudo planche push-ups. If you want an extra challenge, then elevate the feet or slow down the tempo. Whilst in this movement, make sure you're protecting your shoulders to get the best shoulder engagement, which will maximize building muscle and strength. Alright, now let's move on to the legs. And just because you do calisthenics, that doesn't mean you can skip legs. Remember, we don't want to look like this. The exercise I feel that's slept on is the pistol squat. It's a very popular exercise, but almost no one does it. Still as more of a party trick than an actual exercise. What is so good about pistol squat is that it's a unilateral movement that helps you correct any imbalances whilst helping you build muscle, strength, and coordination. And to get these benefits, you don't have to do the full pistol squat, because you can start box pistol squat and lower the height gradually as you get stronger and stronger, and then move to assisted pistol squat. And once you get the full pistol squats, you can also even do weighted, allowing you to really load the movement. Now, pistol squats aren't hard as you think. A lot of it is coordination. The best advice I can give you is to focus on one point whilst doing the pistol squat, which will help you with the balance. Now, the next exercise that I think is slept on is the explosive pull-ups. You see a lot of people do pull-ups or weighted pull-ups, but they don't do any explosive pull-ups. And what I mean by explosive pull-ups are exercises like chest to bar pull-ups, clap pull-ups, and switch pull-ups. As these exercises train your power output, grip strength, and dynamic control all at once. And if you want to unlock the muscle up, this is one of the most important exercises to do, as the first part of the muscle up is an explosive movement where it requires to pull to your chest. And by doing these exercises, it's going to help you a lot. Now, it's up to you what explosive pull-ups you want to do, but my favorite is the chest to bar pull-ups. The cue here is not to just go through the motion, but to explode and control the descent. You've probably seen this before, but most people can't do this properly. It's called a dragon flag. This was Bruce Lee's go-to, and it absolutely lights up your abs, obliques, lats, and even your spinal erectors. And it's one of the most important exercises to unlock the front lever. The full dragon flag is quite challenging, but you can start with bent dragon flags, then one-legged dragon flags, and eventually the full version. You don't have to rush the progressions because it's all about the control. A key tip is to keep your glutes tight the whole time, as this will help you engage your core even more. Now, last but not least is the ring pull-ups. I personally think ring training is underrated and underused in most training programs. Because think about it, when's the last time you've seen someone use the rings in the gym? A good thing about rings is that it's changing your stability, joint control, and draw pulling power all at once. And the good thing about the ring pull-ups compared to the normal pull-ups is that you're able to twist the rings so you can rotate your shoulder to a more natural position, helping you reduce any injuries. You can also progressively overload like the weighted pull-ups, so you can add weights to your ring pull-ups to get stronger and load the movement. Also, I recommend using the full grip compared to the normal grip to build even more strength, as the full grip will help you unlock your first ring muscle up. Now for the bonus exercise, which is the inverted deadlift. It's almost like a Romanian deadlift but upside down. This is a posterior chain powerhouse that trains your hamstrings, glutes and mid back. And the good thing about this awkward position is that it helps you build body awareness and strength for the skills such as the front and back lever. Now the easier version is the one-legged inverted deadlift, where you can build the strength for the full inverted deadlift. And the key tip here is to thrust the hips like you do in the bedroom to get the most out of this exercise. There you have it, 7 most underrated calisthenics exercises plus a bonus gift. You don't have to do all of them at once, but do include some of them in your training. And if you are looking to start calisthenics, then check the description down below. I have a free 8-week program that you can start with. Other than that, I hope you guys found this video helpful. And if you did, give it a like, share and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.